Hi there, my name is Baggy. I'm a plastic bag. These are my friends Chippy and Petey. Plastics like us are all around us. They're everywhere. But why are they everywhere? Well, today, that's what we'll be talking about. I'll take it for now. Back in the late 1800s, before plastic was invented, people were relying on natural resources like wood, metal, ceramics, and ivory to make everything they needed. After so many years of using these materials, people started to notice that the resources were depleting, meaning that there were a lot less of them. So scientists and inventors began working really hard to come up with a material to make all the things they needed without using any more natural resources. They tried lots of different things, like celluloid, which worked, but, spoiler alert, sometimes exploded in a fireball. Finally, in 1907, Leo Baekeland made Bakelite, which was the first fully synthetic polymer. Now, what is a fully synthetic polymer? Well, a polymer is a really long molecule. They can be man-made or nature-made. A fully synthetic polymer is a molecule that can't be found anywhere in nature. They're made by merging molecules from nature together to make a man-made molecule, or a polymer. Then two or more of those molecules are merged together to make a megamolecule, or a fully synthetic polymer. This is what Leo Baekeland did to make Bakelite. So thank you, Leo, for making plastics like me. Some examples of the first plastics are billiard balls. These got the ball rolling for inventing plastics. Billiard balls used to be made of ivory, which was killing the elephants by using their tusks. So people began looking for man-made options, and this led to plastics like celluloid being invented. Another example is combs. This is a picture of a comb from 1912 that was recovered from the RMS Titanic. It's made from some of the very first plastics and replaced ivory, wood, and metal combs. Today there's plastic in almost everything you see, all because of those first plastics from the early 1900s. Some of them are good, and some of them are bad. Here's Chippy to tell you why plastics are good. Thanks, Baggy. Hey, I'm Chippy. Plastics are a favorite material thanks to their diverse properties, meaning that they can do a lot of different things based on the type of plastic and what you add to them. For example, plastics can be stiff and sturdy or bendy and flexible, like PVC, which can make sturdy water pipes or flexible shower curtain liners. Unlike woods and metals, plastics take a long time to decay and corrode. Plastics seem like they have infinite lifespans, which isn't true, but they do have very long lives. It's estimated that they can stick around for hundreds of years, which is a plus if you need something to stand the test of time, like rubber duckies. Classic. Plastics can also be strong and hard to break, unlike glass and ceramics. In fact, plastic is put between glass to make safety glass, which is used in car windshields so they don't shatter. Plastic can be less heat absorbent than metal. This makes playgrounds in the sun safer for kids. That and plastics can have rounded edges, another safety bonus for kids, and the adults who haven't grown out of playgrounds. Take food storage containers. Without plastic wraps or plastic boxes, food wouldn't last very long. A lot of your favorite foods would be gross and rotten in your fridge, or even before they make it to the grocery store. Frames of glasses are made out of plastic. Without plastic, they would be made of metal or wood and would be heavy to wear and hard to mass produce. In fact, a huge problem that plastic is solving is the mass consumption of products. Because plastic can be molded and is lightweight, this makes it the ideal material to make many items out of. It's cheap to ship, and many exact duplicates can be made quickly. And plastic money like me comes in really handy when you want to buy all of these things. But just because plastics are solving a bunch of problems doesn't mean that they aren't causing a bunch too. Petey, take it away. Thanks, Chippy. I'm Petey, the PET bottle. One problem is that plastic is really hard to recycle, and only 10% of all plastic gets recycled. Now, all those things called additives that give plastics their unique properties are what make them more difficult to recycle. Let's go back to PVC. If you were to recycle both pipes and shower curtains together, what do you think you would end up with? Could you end up with something flexible like the shower curtain, or something hard like the pipe? Most likely, you would end up with a crazy mix of all the different additives from both. This is a problem that extends to all types of plastic, not just PVC. Things like plasticizers, flame retardants, stabilizers for heat and sun exposure, lubricants, dyes, fillers, and more can get mixed together even with sorting different plastics out. Millions of tons of plastic get lost to the environment. There's been plastics found in the most remote places on land and the deepest parts of our ocean. But how did they get there? Well, over time, plastics get broken down into what is called microplastics. This is due to sun exposure and erosion from waves. That's not the only way microplastics can be made. Fibers from clothing and wear and tear on tires can also lead to microplastics. On land, these microplastics get blown around through the wind channels and end up in the most remote places. In the oceans, the water column distributes them evenly throughout the depths, even as far down as the Mariana Trench, which is the deepest part of the ocean. In 2014, a new species of crustacean was discovered in the trench. It was named Urethines plasticus because it was found with a microfiber that resembled PET. Plastic trash from humans met a creature before humans met that creature. There is hope, however. There are nonprofits and campaigns aimed at removing plastics from the oceans. Many public figures and educators are bringing awareness to these issues. Laws are being put into place to ban the use of single-use products. Scientists are hard at work engineering natural alternatives to plastic, like mushroom foam and polymers for milk. Inventors are hard at work coming up with more advanced technology for recycling. Technology that allows for more precise sorting of materials, so more of it can be recycled. And any individual can make a difference. From learning what can be recycled in your area, to cleaning up after yourself when you're in nature, or choosing reusable options for single-use plastics like water bottles and utensils, anyone can make a difference. Well, that's it from us, Petey, Chippy, and Baggy.